In this video, I will show you how to crochet the iris stitch. For our sample swatch here, I have some worsted weight yarn and a 5mm hook. I recommend using a medium or lighter weight yarn as this tends to be kind of a lacy stitch. We're going to start our foundation chain with multiples of 4 and then add 3. So when we're speaking of multiples, that means any number times 4 and then add 3. So I'm going to do 4 times 5, which gives me 20, and add 3, so I'm going to chain 23. So there's 20 and 3. For row number 1, this is going to be our setup row. We're going to start in the 5th chain from the hook. So I'm going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I like to just hold my thumb here until I get my first stitch in. I'm going to be putting double crochets and chain stitches for this row. So I'm using US terms here. I'm going to place a double crochet, so yarn over, insert the hook into that chain, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on the hook, pull through 2, pull through 2. In that same stitch, I'm going to add another double crochet. So now I have 2 double crochets. I'm going to chain 1 and then add 2 more into that same chain. Okay, now I'm going to skip the next 3 chains. So I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3. And in the next chain, I'm going to repeat that. So double crochet, double crochet, chain 1, it's going to be my center, and then 2 more double crochets. Once again, skipping 3. So I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3, and in that 4th chain, double crochet, two doubles, chain 1, and 2 more doubles. Once again, skipping 3, so 1, 2, 3, 4th chain, grab some more yarn here, 2 doubles, chain 1, and 2 doubles. Skip the next 3 again, 1, 2, 3, and that 4th chain from the hook, or from our last space, I should say. Two doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles. There should be 2 chains left at the end of your foundation chain. So I have 2 chains left. So I'm going to skip the next chain and then just place a double crochet in that final chain. So to begin our row, we started with working in the 5th chain from the hook, which left us with 1 chain and then the 3 chains counts as a double crochet, and then we end with 1 chain and a double crochet. Row 2, I'm going to flip this over. This is going to be our repeat row, so we will do this every single time from this point forward. I'm going to chain 3. Once again, that counts as a double crochet. And I'm only going to be working in the center chain spaces of each of these stitches. So if you think of a V stitch, this is sort of like a double V stitch with a chain 1 in between. So I'm only going to be placing stitches in the center of those stitches. So I'm going to place, once again, 2 double crochets, chain 1 again, and 2 double crochets. Oh, I'm not going to be working in any of these stitches along here. I'm going to jump to my next chain 1 space and do that again. 2 doubles, chain 1, and 2 doubles. Skipping all of these stitches until we get to our next chain 1 space. After a few rows, this becomes much easier. This is one of those stitches that you can just kind of put on a movie and not really pay attention much until you get to the end of the row. There's not a lot of counting stitches or different stitches in between. So skipping all of these to our chain 1 again. Two doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles. Skipping once again. We're in our last one here, so I'll show you what to do when we get to the very end. Two doubles, chain 1, two doubles. So now we're at the beginning, or at the end of our row, which is actually the beginning of where we started. We have our chain 3 right here. We're just going to work a double crochet in the top of that chain 3. So just like in our first row, in our foundation row, we're beginning with a chain 3, which counts as a double crochet, and ending with a double crochet. So now I'm just going to turn my work over and continue to repeat row 2. So I'm going to continue to work off camera. If you'd like to pause the video, I'll show you what this stitch looks like after a few more rows. After a few rows here, you can see I have this really nice, beautiful lacy stitch with these vertical columns of double V stitches. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends, as well as subscribe to my channel for more crochet tutorials.